The feminists who hate us and call us toxic, the second they have trouble, they'll call a police officer. Do you think they want a feminist male to turn up or a man like me and you? They need us and they use us. But the second we have an opinion, the second I decide to voice and talk about the things that we talk about, explain our points of view, they want to cancel us. They don't want us to speak. They just want us to defend them, build the railroads, build the roads, be the workhorses, be the slaves, and they think we're not allowed our point of view.
Just type a few buttons, give yourself a few strokes, and boom. You've accomplished the human purpose of spreading your seed. But you didn't spread your seed into a beautiful woman who you care for and want to grow a family with. You spread your seed into a tissue, the toilet, a sock. Bruh. Because with the safety, security, and immediate comfort of today's world, doing something as basic as saying hi to a woman or asking her on a date is enough to scare you into inaction. Listen here, bro. Your ancestors would have killed to be in the position you're in today. Back in the caveman days, your ancestors could only choose from a few dozen girls in the tribe. Nowadays, you walk past and see a few dozen girls per day. And if you live in a big city, you come across hundreds or thousands per day. You're living your ancestors' dreams. And yet, you stay inside and watch girls on a screen to satisfy your sexual and emotional desires, instead of walking 10 feet outside and approaching the ones you already come across in your daily life. The modern man lives in fear.
After transgender and transracial, we got transabled. Yeah, this one's really messed up. Physically healthy people who feel they should have been born disabled. A man in Great Britain cut off his arm because he felt like an amputee. A woman in North Carolina poured drain cleaner in her eyes because she felt blind. Transgender, transracial, transabled. Guess what's next? A grown man posting an ad on Craigslist wanting a nanny because he identifies as a baby. You can't make this stuff up. Ridiculous? Perhaps, but who's to say anymore if that's how he feels? If a man can be a woman because he feels like one, if a white person can be a black person because she feels like one, if a healthy person can mutilate herself because she feels disabled, if a grown man can be a baby because he feels infantile, where does this end? Can a child be an adult because she feels like a grown-up? Can a teenager buy alcohol because he identifies as over 21 years of age? Can a grown man attend kindergarten because he identifies as a 6-year-old girl? Can a child spend the day at doggy daycare instead of school because the child feels like a canine? If not, why not?
People don't think about money. When I was broke, all I thought about was money. I was sitting in the coffee shop with my coffee, and I was looking around at all the other people in the coffee shop. How many people are in here? Who bought cake? What's the average spend? How much is the rent here? How much is that member of staff? Do they sell sandwiches? No, they don't sell sandwiches. Why not? Oh, most of the people in here are men, businessmen. Why is the waitress not attractive? If I was next door, would I make more money if I did this, this, and this? How much would it cost? That was how my brain was. All I talked and thought about was money.
Should young men though all aspire to be like you?
Should young men aspire to work very hard, have no criminal record, become multimillionaires, protect and provide for the women close to them, be sovereign so they can stand up and have their own points of view in face of cancellation, be able to not be mentally intimidated when they go on national TV and there's traps set up for them? Yeah, I believe that confident, strong men who stand up and protect and provide for women are a good thing for the world and a good force for the world. And I don't think that I put a magic spell on anybody. I think there's a whole bunch of men in the world who understands my value. And if men grow up to be like me, you're gonna have a whole bunch of people with no criminal record, dedicated athletes, who protect and provide for the people close to them, are fantastic for the economy. And I'm certainly not the worst influence out here, Piers. You have Little Nas twerking on the devil on music videos, which our children are digesting. You have drill artists singing about stabbing people to death in the middle of a knife crime epidemic. But the point I'm trying to make is this: I'm not the devil. There are certainly worse people than me,
I don't disagree
and they exist.
with that.
And I'm saying that my core tenets for the people who don't understand me.
The people who think I'm hacking, I just bought a brand new PC with no cheats and I'm still hitting clips like this.
Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth.
My unmatched perspicacity coupled with sheer indefatigability makes me a feared opponent in any realm of human endeavor. Put that on a t-shirt and walk around, and when someone tries to talk to you and ask you a question, just go. Make them read it. And they'll be like, what does perspicacity mean? Shut up! I think
Private jets are like Ubers. I have a number in my phone for a man in Switzerland, some rich guy, never met him, don't even know his real name. I send a voice note to my guy. Bro, I'm in Bucharest and I need to get to Geneva. He'll say to me, in 44 minutes, sir, and there'll be a plane on a runway. My name on it. Pilot, fully fueled, with donuts and champagne and pepperoni pizza, because it's always what I have in my private planes. It's like an Uber.